The vast, crystalline chamber of the Galactic Council fell into stunned silence as Ambassador Sarah Chen's words echoed through the translation matrices. The human representative stood calmly at the central podium, her dark eyes scanning the assembled. Delegates from 47 different species, each one staring back in various states of shock and disbelief. "I repeat," Chen said, her voice steady despite the magnitude of her announcement, "humanity hereby withdraws from these peace negotiations. We will not be signing the Sector 7 non-aggression pact." Chaos erupted. The Zephyrian delegate's crystalline form flickered between colors of panic, deep purples and angry reds cascading across his translucent body. "This is madness," his voice rang out through the bioacoustic translators. "The Korthak Hive has already mobilized 3 battle fleets. Without human intervention, they will consume every world in the Outer Rim." Ambassador Chen remained unmoved. She had anticipated this reaction. For the past 6 months, the Council had grown increasingly dependent on humanity's military might, treating Earth's forces like a cosmic police force, while offering nothing substantial in return. Today, that ended. "Perhaps," Chen replied coolly, "the Council should have considered that before rejecting our proposal for shared technology exchange." Again, the massive insectoid representing the Hive Collective clicked his mandibles in what humans had learned was their equivalent of nervous laughter. "The primitive species threatens the galaxy with their stubbornness," he buzzed. "Their weapons are crude, their ships slow. They cannot stand against the Korthak swarm." Chen's lips curved into a smile that didn't reach her eyes. She touched a control on her wrist, and a holographic display materialized above the assembly. The image showed the edge of human space, and 3 massive fleets moving toward it with obvious hostile intent. "Crude weapons?" Chen asked. "Slow ships? Perhaps you'd like to observe what happens when the primitive species decides to stop playing by everyone else's rules." The hologram shifted, showing the human border world of New Geneva. The planet appeared defenseless, with only a small orbital station and a handful of patrol craft visible. The Korthak fleet approached in their traditional swarm formation, thousands of bioships moving like a plague of locusts across space. "Your world will fall within hours," the Hive Collective representative stated with satisfaction. "Then perhaps humanity will beg for the Council's protection." "Watch carefully," Chen said. As the Korthak vanguard entered the system, space itself seemed to shift. What had appeared to be empty void suddenly revealed its true nature. Massive human dreadnoughts materialized as their cloaking fields dropped, emerging from behind artificial asteroids and stealth platforms that had been invisible to Korthak sensors. The small orbital station expanded like an unfolding flower, revealing itself to be a fully armed battle fortress. But it was what happened next that sent waves of terror through the Council chamber. The human ships didn't move to intercept the Korthak fleet. Instead, they simply stopped them. One moment the bioships were charging forward at significant fractions of light speed. The next they hung motionless in space, trapped in what could only be described as frozen time. "Temporal manipulation technology," Chen explained casually. "We've been working on it for the past few decades. Turns out it's quite effective against species that rely on overwhelming numbers and speed." The Zephyrian delegate's form had gone completely white, the color of absolute fear in their species. Impossible. The Council's greatest scientists have theorized about time manipulation for millennia. The energy requirements alone would require the total output of a star, yes, Chen finished. Which is why we built this. The hologram zoomed out, revealing a structure that dwarfed even the largest space stations. A complete Dyson sphere, capturing and channeling the total energy output of New Geneva's sun. How long have you? The delegate from the Ethereal Consortium, a species that prided itself on being energy beings of pure thought, seemed unable to form coherent questions. 15 years, Chen said simply. Ever since the Council made it clear that humanity would always be considered the junior species, despite our contributions. While you debated whether to share basic replicator technology with us, we built this. While you argued about giving us a single vote, in Council decisions, we solved practical time manipulation. The hologram continued its display. The trapped Korthak fleet found themselves not only frozen in time, but slowly being disassembled. Their bioships were being taken apart at the molecular level, their crews safely transported to detention facilities that existed in accelerated time streams. The beautiful thing about temporal technology, Chen continued, is that those ships aren't just stopped. They're experiencing time at a rate of roughly 1 second per 1,000 years. From their perspective, they'll have plenty of time to reconsider their aggressive tendencies. The council chamber had fallen completely silent. Even the usually boisterous Caraxian trade representative, whose species had built their entire economy on being the galaxy's arms dealers, sat in stunned quiet. Of course, Chen said, her tone becoming conversational, we could share this technology. Temporal manipulation could revolutionize space travel, extend lifespans, prevent countless conflicts. But as the Council has repeatedly reminded us, technology sharing must be earned. She paused, letting that sink in. So here's humanity's new position. We're withdrawing from all Council military operations. We'll defend our own space. Thank you very much. The rest of the galaxy can handle its own problems, unless, of course, the Council would like to reconsider its stance on treating Earth as an equal partner rather than a useful pet. The Zephyrian delegate was the first to break. What would humanity require for a true partnership? Chen's smile widened. Full voting rights, technology-sharing agreements, and most importantly, recognition that humanity isn't here to be your soldiers, while you get to be our betters. We're here to be your equals. She looked around the chamber, one final time. The floor is yours, counselors. But remember, we have all the time in the world, literally. With that, Ambassador Sarah Chen walked calmly from the chamber, leaving behind 47 species to contemplate a galaxy where the primitive humans had just become the most powerful force in known space. The emergency session that followed lasted 3 days and ended with the most comprehensive treaty revision in Council history. Humanity had finally gotten the respect they deserved.